What's the most overpriced thing you've seen? When I was in Dubai 2 years ago, there was a cell phone store in the mall that sold phones that ranged from $30k $120k. They were basically phones covered in diamonds and gold. That's $100k for something that is probably already obsolete. A couple of years ago, Marks and Spencer Food, a high-end supermarket in the UK, tried selling cauliflower steak, which was a thick slice of cauliflower for $2.50. It was covered in plastic. You could literally buy a whole cauliflower in the same row a bit further down for 40p. They were crucified for it. It was hilarious. Lol. Anyone remember Whole Foods asparagus water? 3 stalks of asparagus in a bottle of water. $6. That sounds vile. $800. 000 for a 500 square foot condo in Toronto. That's an expensive shoebox. The $700 juicero. As if a Wi-Fi connecting juicer was even necessary, let alone worth the price point. Juicer, since it didn't even actually juice anything, just squeezed bags of pre-made juice. I saw a video of someone squeeze the packets faster than the machine. It's the biggest waste of money, because imagine being unable to use your juicer because NBN is being set up. I remember seeing a basic scientific calculator for like $300. The T84, which is the standard for most high school math classes, still goes for $100, even though it's been out many years and has seen no innovation. I got an 84 when it first came out in the early 2000s. It is literally the same price now and has barely been upgraded in nearly 20 years. That thing should be graphing in 3D, wirelessly connecting to other calculators to share datasets, etc., and be lightning fast. But nope. Still the same old Windows 95 era technology. Cell phone plans in Canada. You guys have a bunch of companies that conspire to maintain similar prices, right? Basically, we have what's called the Big Three: Rogers, TELUS, and Bell, with their various subsidiaries. There are a few smaller providers. Freedom Mobile comes to mind. But the vast majority of people are forced to choose between 3 companies, all of which have basically the exact same plans and prices. It's ridiculous. But that's been the situation here for a long time. I currently pay $100 CAD/month for an iPhone 11 Pro with unlimited data. So by the end of my 2-year contract, I'll have paid $2,400. Edit. I realize I forgot to actually answer the question. Yeah. They've basically conspired to lobby the Canadian government into oblivion. So any motion to change things never goes through. But hey, we still have free healthcare, and Tim's and a shit ton less COVID. So I'm not complaining. I saw a small thing of Lysol wipes being sold for $22 in a store last week. Edit. Wow. Thank you for the awards. I was in a small business in the US, for those wondering. Smells like price gouging. Report that shit, my friend. Google where to report price gouging in your state/area and fill it out. BRB off to report my drug dealer. I swear, people sell oddly shaped Cheetos for thousands. Literally thousands. I once won $1,000 for 2 puffy Cheetos. And they were regular shaped and sized. It was all about the presentation. I managed to stand them up and called it a OMG. It's a double rainbow. And you actually got the money? There's a $50,000 HDMI cable on Amazon. I once read a review of an audiophile grade Ethernet cable. This guy actually claimed changing the Ethernet cable from his router to his PC made his music sound better. Hahaha. One of the funnier things I read regarding audiophile nonsense. A few years back, Nordstrom was selling a rock in a leather pouch for $85. I saw an external zip disk reader in the clearance bin at Walmart for 10% off its original price. In 2011. So it was going for $180 and had parallel ports. In 2011. Walmart is weird with prices on stuff like that. I wanna say it was 2 years ago I saw a whole shelf of unopened copies of the game Legendary for PC. They were on sale for $49.99. I had bought it the month prior as part of a bundle with 9 other games in it that cost me $5. We still have a PS2 memory card 2-pack that is still labeled at $20. I doubt it even is on inventory. It's just some legendary item we've had on hand for decades. We also have a copy of the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs with I game for $49.95. Celebrity liner products. Companies hike the prices of products by hundreds of dollars just because the name of a celebrity was on it. I remember when I first got my Nintendo Switch. I went to Walmart to get a new micro SD card for it. Now I looked up the price on their website beforehand. $35. So I knew what I was looking for. Asked a dude in the tech depot where the SD cards are cause I want a bigger one for my Switch. He brought me over to the game aisle and showed me the same sized card. Same brand I looked up online. But for $45. I whiffed at this a bit, so I made my way over to the camera aisle and found the same exact SD card for $35. The difference? The $45 card had BOTW branding on the package. That's it. Not even on the card itself. Just a picture of Link on the cardboard. That was like 3 years ago, and I'm still angry. Same thing. I can get SD cards for trail cameras that are camo, and they are roughly $10-15 more than regular SD cards. Same cards. Just easier to lose in the woods. In a downtown consignment shop, an oil painting of sheep grazing in a meadow had a price tag of $18.700. It was by an unrecognized artist. When asked why it was priced so high, the shopkeeper said, "Because someone will like it and buy it." Apostrophe. My high school art teacher told me your piece is worthless until you have a buyer. Same idea. That's the feeling I get when watching Storage Wars. Bubba bought a unit for $2,000. He found petrified rat shit worth $500. A broken table leg from a generic IKEA table worth $1,200 and 2 strings from what he assumes is a guitar worth $600. Bubba made a nice profit of $300. All I can think is who the duck is going to buy that junk for the prices they think it's worth. That $6 asparagus water Whole Foods sold a couple years ago. It was a 16-ounce bottle of water with 3 stalks of asparagus. Also, everything from Goop. I saw a snowmobile motor for $4,000. It wasn't even new, it was like a 90s motor. It is the same thing with boats. An outboard motor is like always $1,500 or more. However, if you buy the motor with a boat attached to it, you are paying the same price. Yeah, I don't know why they are so expensive. You can buy a snowmobile for $1,500 with the same motor and have other parts you can sell. Beef jerky here in the UK. In the US, beef jerky costs around $30 a pound. Around £23 in the UK. It is one of, if not the most, expensive beef products you can buy, other than a live cow. That's because it loses 2/3 of its weight when it's dried. That's why it costs 3x as much as plain beef. TP on offer up back in March. Have you checked the prices of Clorox wipes on Amazon? Or 3-pack can go for $200. I stock wipes and the shelf is always sold out. I can put out 200 of them, and by the time I finish the rest of the cart it's empty again. Printer ink. I had a friend in college who would buy a new $20 printer every time the ink ran out. We see it was cheaper than buying ink. Where is he getting $20 printers? Insulin. Discovered over 100 years ago and is now synthetically produced and still is being sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars in many cases. The drug companies decided they were going to make their gigantic profit margins off life-saving medicine. I remember when you could get test strips for like $10 over the counter. Now everyone wants a prescription and a wad of cash. Like I'm never not going to be diabetic. Why do I need to keep renewing this prescription? A friend lost his legs at the hip in a car accident. He had to go to the Social Security office every year to prove that he was still disabled. Engagement rings. As a machinist who has made things for the military, most people don't understand what overpriced means. Preach. I bid a job for the military and they told me my bid was too low. I added a zero and got the job. Price I initially quoted would have been profitable for me. My friend's father was consulting at Visa, the card company, and he recommended a mutual friend to solve this IT problem and put them in touch. The friend quoted them $1,500. The company wasn't interested. When friend's father heard about it, he told our friend they wanted a $50,000 solution, not a $1,500 solution. Apostrophe. Gold-plated, diamond-encrusted Nokia cell phone. Why the hell would someone try to put fancy armor around something that's already indestructible? The inside is diamond-encrusted. It's to protect the diamonds. €400 t-shirt in a shop in Zurich. So it was for gullible tourists, since Switzerland doesn't use the euro. Switzerland and especially Zurich can be really expensive though. I had a friend whose family was in Switzerland, don't know the exact place, and he was telling me that his family goes grocery shopping in the neighboring country every month or so thanks to the open borders of EU, because that is a lot cheaper than buying stuff locally, and a lot of other people do the same thing. I once saw a scissor to $90. It wasn't anything fancy. It was in a grocery shop. $90. You should know that hairstylists can pay upwards of $2,000 for a pair of scissors. Many actually make payments on the scissors and pay to get them sharpened frequently. I never knew this until I saw the look of disgust and utter defeat when a hairstylist dropped a pair of scissors while I was getting the mop chopped. Apparently quality is a big issue with them too. When I last got my hair cut, the stylist and I got to talking about her scissors because they were Hattori Hanzo spelling, and I asked if they were named that for Kill Bill. I learned that HH has gone downhill in service time, weeks to maybe a couple months, for sharpening. The loner scissor stylists get suck, and the prices are outrageous. Then a local traveling scissor sharpener randomly came in and added to the conversation. He apparently has been sharpening scissors for decades and was able to sharpen the stylist's pair of backup scissors in 10 minutes, and she switched scissors mid-cut because of it. I knew hair scissors were different than normal scissors, but damn, that shit's insane. Bread in Minecraft. That would be 64 emeralds. Heal zombie villagers. They'll give a permanent discount of one item for whatever they're selling. Diamonds. If there's any doubt on diamonds not really having any value, just look at the resale price. You won't get shit compared to what you initially paid for it. At first I thought diamonds were in the same league as gold, as in actual rare earth stuff. Turns out it is just a great case study of controlling supply and advertising to make the big bucks. De Beers. As someone who is half blind, glasses, I get the dirt cheap ones. And it still costs over $100 for the privilege of being able to see. Have you tried Zenni? I got a regular and sunglasses for less than $60. Zenni is incredible. I was able to get a free eye exam when they brought a mobile eye doctor trailer to my college campus to advertise their site. Then I tried on frames and went home and ordered. Cost me like $50 for 2 pairs of prescription sunglasses, and those sunglasses still work better than my regular eyeglasses. Bottle service at bars is duckin' stupid. I'll just go to a corner liquor store and buy the $4,000 bottle for like $40. Bottle service seems great when I'm blacked out and my friend orders it. When he Venmo requests me the next day, it does not seem great. Error 404, friend not found. Weddings. I don't disagree with wanting the day to be special and memorable, but the industry jacks up the prices if they know it's a wedding, and there are way more affordable options while still getting to celebrate love in the future. No reason to break the bank. Use the money saved for even more memories. At least part of the wedding tax is justified. Vendors will often put more effort into wedding stuff over non-wedding stuff, and will often even have backups ready. If something happens to your wedding cake minutes before it is picked up, you want them to have a backup cake ready, because a refund at the last minute is next to useless, since you won't be able to find a suitable replacement ready to go in the next hour. Sure, the cheap party favors and other plastic crap you buy months in advance that you have plenty of time to replace shouldn't have a wedding markup. But the day of stuff that had weeks of prep, it is better to pay a bit extra to cover the backups and prevent Bridezilla meltdowns. I agree, I think the expectations are way higher for weddings. The amount of emotional labor that goes into it for vendors is higher, and it's just more difficult work. There's a world of difference between making someone's birthday cake and making someone's wedding cake. There's also a huge difference between doing a sweet 16 party versus a wedding. I do think some of the increased costs are justified. Some. Nook's Cranny selling a chess set for 100,000 bells edit. Thanks so much for my first awards. Also the houses. How does the price go up so much just by adding one room TF? He doesn't charge interest, he doesn't care how frequently you pay him, he offers to upgrade. It's not mandatory, but you're absolutely right. Why does a basement cost 2.5 million bells? Liechtenstein. Worst part is I can't seem to find the receipt for a return. I accidentally bought an illegally imported 4-pack of jewel pods from Canada. I instinctively said mint, knowing they didn't exist in New York anymore. Well, he pulled out a hidden pack with French warnings on it. I paid over $10 per pod. Nicotine is a bitch. I'm in the process of quitting Copenhagen and doing very well using the Zine tobacco-free nicotine pouches. Was at my doctor yesterday and telling his PA about my quitting and how it was going. And even she admitted that nicotine is a fantastic drug if used properly, but tobacco is so bad for our bodies. From a professional standpoint, it's better than coffee for wakefulness and attention, but it's also really addictive. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.